All right, are we live? Can you guys hear me? Excuse me, what's going on? Jeez. How's it going, Joy? We got Silver, Jat B, this is BCH. What's up, DZ? How you doing? Yeah, you guys are asking for some coins already. We got Joy. Welcome to the Horde. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see that you are a member. That's awesome. We got 12 people in here already. Caught some more ZBC in at the low last night. What's up, Brock? Can you check Moonwell and Pyth and Litecoin? Has target prediction changed or it's still the same? It's probably still the same, but we'll look at it. What's up, Flip Coins, my man? Glad to see you back. MNT and Snack. What is MNT? Is that coin on the same as Snack? Is it on Cardano on Deck Screener? Just let me know, my man. What's up, Tony? Yeah, it's been a while since we've looked at Fort. I actually forgot about Fort. Fort and SUKU, I forgot about those. What's up, Crypto Mealysis? How you doing, my man? Let's see. Make sure we can hear me. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, glad to have you here, my man. You guys go check out Crypto Mealysis, of course. What's up, Cha? Cha's in the house, working hard, probably. Yeah, we're all still in the Shadow Realm. I'm deep in the Shadow Realm. I don't know if I'll ever get out, but we'll see. I think Dog and Me is going to go lower. Got rejected off the 21-day EMA. Yeah, it's not looking too great at the moment. Excuse me, jeez. All right, since we got it up on the screen, we'll start with Dog and Me, and then I'll get to these others. BCH. Yeah, let me hurry and do this. So yeah, looking at Dog and Me, high to the low, we just had a nice little recovery bounce, but we got stuck right at the 236. So until it gets back over the 3036, it's not bullish in any manner at the moment. But the one positive thing is, you did put in a higher low. So let's see. Did we hit a final 786 support bottom? Yes, we did. So that could be the bottom on Dog and Me. I mean, we're running out of time for these coins to, be bearish and continue breaking down. So right now, 618236 is that price at 36 you got to get over. But as long as you stay over this 227 area and you're putting in that higher low, that should be a bottom, in my opinion. And also on the money flow, I've been covering this a lot lately. You can see from here to the higher low. What the hell got on me? Sorry. But from that point, you can see the money flow is putting in higher lows. So we do have bullish divergence on the money flow. So that could be telling us on these macro charts that, the bottoms are being put in like Dog and Me here. So those are your prices to kind of watch right now. So let me go ahead and clear this up just a little bit. We're seeing a lot of coins do the same things, putting in these lower lows, and hopefully it's that spring to take us to the upside. It's almost November. We're almost there. But of course, Dog and Me, where's it going to end up? No one really knows. No one has a crystal ball. What are we at? I don't know the market cap of Dog and Me, but if it hits a penny, that's a 50x from here. You think it can hit a penny? 1618 retracement is up to half a penny. So a penny to a half a penny could be fair for Dog and Me. It may go way higher. But we're looking at so many coins I can't remember what we discussed in the past, but that's about a 23x. But potentially the bottom is in on Dog and Me. Jat says BCH. Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my voice right now. Bitcoin Cash to the moon. We should have a nice chart for this one. All these coins are on my list for rolling over. It's just a matter of getting in. All right, so what do we got going on Bitcoin Cash? I thought we had a better chart. Let me look. BCH USD. But yeah, hopefully you guys are holding strong. I guess we don't have a better chart. I guess it's... Yeah, why have we not looked at the better chart? Oh, I guess it's the same. All right, so we'll just go back to it before we get behind here. I don't like getting behind. It's annoying. All right, the Coinbase chart. Excuse me. So we looked at it last time, I guess, the 1272. If we go from the high in 2021, we did make a lower high from 2017 to 21. This is the monthly chart, just getting an overall view. So the question is this thing going to actually put in a higher high this time? You know, depending on where you bought in, we've been saying forever these coins could probably 5 to 10x these old coins. But what did it already do from the consolidation down here? Damn, it already did a 6.5x. So the question is, can it do another 7.5x up to 3,600? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not in my same spot, so I'm out of my element at the moment. So just bear with me. Computer and the internet where I am here has not been the greatest. It's bearish like my voice. But yeah, low to the high. We've been bouncing along the 382, so that's nice at about 270. And we're holding right on the 236 here. So you're on support at 437. Yeah, it made a higher high, so it's starting to curl up here. It needs to get over this 540. Back over the 540, then we can possibly push up. But I take it you're holding Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, just if you're holding Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or any old coin, just from where it is now, if you get a 5x from where it is now, I would say get out. But that's just me. All right, I got to get back over to the chat. I'm way behind. SQD and Toshi. What is SQD? SQD. We're going to cover Toshi, of course. SQD. Subsquid. Whatever this is, Subsquid. Another one that doesn't have the greatest looking chart. Yeah, I guess it's down since the last time we looked at it here. Yeah, there's really nothing to say on Subsquid. What did we say last time? What is it at 15.5 cents? Can it hit $2, 260? That'd be a 16x from here. I don't know. You'd have to do your research on these coins. I don't know what Subsquid is. I've never really looked into it, so I can't give my best opinion on it. So what we'll do is we'll just zoom in short term. So if it's going to get bought and pumped to those prices, you know, congratulations. But short term, it needs to get back over the 618, of course. But like I said, it's not a big respecter of the fibs, so it is completely reset down here. And you are below the 382, so low to the high. It needs to get back over 16 to be bullish again, and then a breakout, it has to get back over 18 and stay. And I would say probably on a larger, weekly candle. You can see all the weekly candles are wicks, and then this one got stuck. So you got to get a weekly close up over pretty much 19.5, 20 cents to have any kind of movement up. What was the other one? But yeah, Pingu's going to be a good play. Toshi's going to be a good play. Let me get caught up here because what did Flipcoin say? MNT and Snack. Yeah, we'll get over to deck screen in just a minute, my man. Just let me know what that MNT is. But yeah, it could go lower. Elon to Mars, yeah. If I could ever buy Elon, I would, but not yet. What's up, Sean? Will there be an alt season? Art says Turbo. We got DMV for 10. I appreciate that. Hey, brother, can you chart ACH? I want to know if the multi-year uptrend that is... Wait, hold on. It was confined. Was broken, or if it's still holding. Same for Toshi and ASM. All right, let me cover these since we got a super chat from DMV. So we'll start with ACH. ACH, Toshi, I am very bullish on them, especially and Turbo. But ACH, I haven't looked at it in a minute. I don't know if we looked at it last time, but it's still been holding up on the macro chart. I'm very bullish on ACH. And even though ACH is an older coin, I think it has the potential to go to the moon. Wait. This thing came all the way back down to the bottom? Man, have you guys noticed that Coinbase has been acting up lately where you can't, like, I think it was earlier today you couldn't buy or sell. So they may have problems when it comes to us going to the moon. Yeah, I mean, we had that, that crash, everything crashed pretty much. Toshi didn't really crash, but, some of these older coins crashed, but you can clearly see this white line I put on the chart for ACH. I still think the macro trend is still holding. I mean, even though we broke down, this kind of has me bullish because when you're doing this, sometimes we get that last crash down like we saw on so many coins, and that's that final spring, that final low that we need to finally go up. So yes, to be honest, I am still extremely bullish on ACH here. I think, do we have another chart? I don't remember. But yeah, this area right here in this yellow box, once this thing breaks over the 618 finally at 5.5 pennies, it's too late to buy. If you bought down here and you were able to get in at that low, then congratulations. I still think ACH is going to outperform. ACH and Jasmine are two of my sleepers that people don't think is going to pump, but I think they're going to go higher than you expect it to. But it is holding this macro area once again. As you can see, there was resistance way back here in 21. Support, we blew through it, support again, and we wicked all the way down, and now we're right back above that same area. So that's very good in my opinion. So technically right now you got to get back over a penny and a half and then 2.5 to be bullish, and then like I said, the breakout to the moon over 5. But I still believe it's still alive, it's still good, unless Bitcoin takes a dump and we're bearish for another month. Then we're gonna have to reassess what's going on with everything. But there's so many people screaming bear market already, and we're not going up. No alt season that. And this last crash, it's all bottom signals in my opinion. I would imagine you guys agree with that. So I still think 50 cents is a good target for ACH. I know people don't want to hear that, but that's a 37x from here. If you want to be conservative, like a lot of people are on Jasmy, you can see this one. More likely than not, 786 retracements, a guaranteed price at about 10 cents. So I would say 10 cents 7x if you just want to get your money back and be safe about it. If you bought in this area, get some money back, let it hit 10 cents, and then get out. But I still think it's going to hit 50 cents. That's going to be my moonshot bag if I ever get in. And then of course Toshi. We looked at Toshi last time. We have two different charts to look at just to get different perspectives. But you can see on Toshi here, we do have our target range. I think anywhere from 1 to 2 cents is very likely on Toshi. So we're looking at from where you are right now. You can see it's trading in this wedge. That would take you to the 2272 area, in between the 2 and the 2272. So anywhere from almost a 25x to a 12.5x. Ooh, excuse me. But it does have a very bullish chart, I would say. Toshi's curling up here. Toshi looks like it's getting ready to go, in my opinion. And this target we have here on this chart could be lowballing it, to be honest. Let me look at the other Toshi, our Coinbase charts. Yeah, that's just a very bullish looking chart when you look at it. It's holding the higher lows. It didn't really crash like everything else did. It's holding very strong. And looking at it here, what are we looking at here? Why is this fib in the middle of nowhere? Hold on, let me fix this. I don't know what's going on. So from the high to the low, yeah, I don't know what happened here. That's odd. All right, so let's fix our Toshi chart. So we're still holding the higher lows. Very bullish curled up chart. We're holding the 0.5 as of right now. So support right now is 307. As long as we hold that, we're holding our trend. If we break down below that, then there is a chance that we're going to be bearish for another month, and we probably won't go up for, until 2026. But right now, these charts are telling me that we're about to get a move up, and possibly a strong move up, especially with Toshi here. Toshi looks like it's about to just spawn in some giant green candles. But once you get over 3009 to the moon, Toshi will go. Our Toshi, yeah, I think we've always said 1 to 2 cents maybe. I don't know what market cap that would give. What would the market cap be if Toshi did a 40x to 3 pennies? I think Toshi's gonna fly when it actually goes, but it's looking very good. ASM, I forgot about. Yeah, I'm probably way behind on the chat, but I gotta get the super chats in. So I do apologize if you're chatting. Yeah, ASM is just like all the other coins, all the other crap coins that kind of died. There's nothing bullish on them at the moment besides if you zoom out like we're doing here on the monthly, weekly. We are still holding up, and there's no time left to go lower in my opinion. So just looking at the monthly macro chart, zooming out on ASM here, we're still down below the 236, so we got to get over 1.7, just over a penny and a half to put a bottom in, and you can see we're holding that final support level. Any lower, then it's going to zero. Well, let me move that up a little bit. So we're just below it, but we're holding the trend. So just below it. So we need to get back over 1.4 and then bullish over 3. But like I said, if you're not trading and you're just looking to hold your bag to the moon, it's still performing on the macro scale very well. So ASM, I don't know anything about ASM, but if it can hit the 1272 new high at about 68 to 70 cents, that's a 50x. If it could just come back up here where it got stuck last time, that's almost a 9x to 12 cents. I don't know the target people have for it. It's at a penny, so if it's got a low market cap, possibly to $1, what would $1 be? Jeez. $1 would be an 82x. Yeah, slightly higher high to 30 cents would be a 20x, so that's not bad. I mean, and this is the time with these coins that are down here like this. This is the ultimate buying spot, I would have to say, for a lot of these coins. We're resetting on the stock RSI, on the larger time frames. We're down at the bottom. Everyone's screaming bear market. So, in my opinion, for an alt season, it doesn't get any better than that. The people that are buying now are going to be the winners. What's up? What did I miss? But yeah, I believe there's going to be an alt season, and it's going to be, since we're so bearish, it's probably going to be bigger than people think. We got Sean for 2, says thanks, I appreciate it. He says, he wants the whole kitchen for $2. LCX. All right, we'll do LCX. We got DMV again for 2. I appreciate that. Momo. Yeah, Momo is a good coin. Momo on Solana to the moon. All right, I got to cover this one now. Momo and LCX, I guess, for Sean. All right, let me get caught up on the chat, and we'll do. But let me pull up LCX, and then we're gonna go over to Dex Screener. We haven't looked at LCX in a minute, but LCX is one of those coins that it did have a huge run. Oh, LCX is looking extremely bullish here. It looks like Toshi. All right, we'll get back to LCX in a minute. Let me switch over to Dex Screener, but let me catch up on the, what did you say, Momo? Okay, we'll get Momo. What's up, Dave? What's up, Slava, my man? How you doing? What's up, Cater? We're still pretty rich. We'll see. We got to get out of the shadow realm first. It's going to be so nice. We're so close. Trump's art of discouragement? What does that mean? All right, let me get over here to deck screener. We're going to do MNT, SNEC, and MOMO. But let me make sure. I think this is what he's talking about. These ADA coins. Let me pull it up real quick. ADA to the moon. Oh, yeah, we got to look at Litecoin, too. I forgot about Litecoin. Yeah, we'll look at Litecoin. I forgot. But we're looking at... Yeah, why is SNEC? Oh, it's because we're on the ADA network. So whatever this is, however you even say that, Mint, a little lizard, 3 million market cap. Yeah, I don't even know how to buy Cardano coins, to be honest. So I don't know how you even buy SNEC. But this one here, clearly it's going sideways. It just put in a double bottom, and it's curling up. So it is stuck right now below the 0.5, needs to get over 8, and then break out once it finally clears the 618, where it keeps getting stuck at every time. So once this thing's over 13 cents, it's going to the moon. And then really quick from the low to the high. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me put it on the large screen. Yeah, it's just below the 236.5. So once it is bullish as long as you're over... As long as it stays over the 332 at pretty much 6 cents. As long as it's over 6 cents, it's bullish. It's going to go to the moon over 13. But as for... come on. As for the moon itself, gamble play. There's another coin I got to show you guys, like Momo. Yeah, new high on this one's not a bad move. So up to $1.20, so 14x. So $1.20 and then $2 for a 23x. And then let's see if we still got our SNEC chart. Come on, SNEC. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, we still got our SNEC chart. And I would imagine these coins will pump when ADA pumps. So until Cardano pumps, it's not going anywhere. And you can see going from the high to the low, it came all the way up to the 2 area. So if you bought it in here, hopefully you took profit. So it's not looking great at the moment, but the only thing we can do with SNEC is say, yeah, last time we looked at it, we went from the low here to the high, and you just broke the 0.5 support, so it needs to get back over 203. If not, it's going to go a lot further down. But you are putting in a slightly higher, or you are putting in a higher low, so, I mean, it just depends on what's next going to do here. It could come all the way back down here, so you could still drop 26% to 202. Final bottom, retest the high from all the way back here in March. So that could be the case on SNEC here. It's going to drop down and then it's going to go up. So just be aware of that. And then we have, if it gets back over from where it is now, where's SNEC going to go? So if SNEC, what is that? 13.5 cents for 47x moonshot. But if it can just reach a penny, where's a penny at? Yeah, it'll probably reach a penny at some point. That's only a 4.5x, so it'll probably end up going way higher than that. Just when you're happy with your profits on SNEC, just get out. All right, I'll get back to the chat in just a moment. Hopefully we're on the right page. Yeah, I didn't expect so many super chats to come in with so many coins. All right, Momo. I think I already looked at Momo. Yeah, Momo's right there. But yeah, I'll show you guys another coin. Momo is at a 4 million market cap. Got almost 400K of lock liquidity. It's got a nice looking chart here. I think this is, what is this, Bonk's sister? I think it's supposed to be Bonk's sister. So do your research on it. But it is a good looking coin. It's got a very good looking chart. We'll go down to the daily, reset this, get it up bigger. But yeah, Momo looks good here. This is the kind of chart on Solana that I would put money in. Momo to the moon. So high to the low, got just above the 0.5 and then kind of died. It is not bullish right now, of course. We'll look at a price it needs to hold. Come on, don't go out. Oh yeah, it's bouncing along the final 786 support here at 2035. So could be the bottom and recently. So macro wise, daily chart, looks like there could be a bottom that just got put in. And then let's do one more. Let's zoom into the 4-hour on Momo. And just get the most recent low to the high and see what we're bouncing off of. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, for a bottom, that is. So it needs to get back over 205 to be bullish. But yeah, I think Momo's gonna rocket out of here. Where's that rocket gonna take us? To 10 cents. Let's see what kind of damage that is. So possibly putting in a bottom on Momo, new high, would take you up to 10.5 cents, almost 11. That would be a 25x almost. So not a bad move. I'm gonna have to answer my phone here in a second. But yeah, Momo. Okay, let me just show you that other one real quick since we're on deck screen. And what was it? MNT. Oh yeah, Doggo and Pandu. Some of these older Solana coins like Samo, they're just dying. We looked at that MROX coin, but do your research on Pandu. It's a new coin, NFTs and all kinds of stuff. Very bullish chart. And then of course the other one. So these are low market cap plays, and especially Dapper Dogs here. Dapper Doggos. Look at this chart. Complete sideways. This is where we want to catch these coins before they go to the moon. So Doggo, do your research on it. Go look it up. Tell me what you think. It's only at a 1.6 million market cap. And I think this thing could be something. All right, what were we looking at over here? What time is it? Almost 3. Yeah, I'm going to have to go at 3:30 to get my boys from school. So we'll try to stay on as long as we can. All right, let me see. I'm way behind on the chat. Did I get I think I need to do Litecoin and whatever we're on now. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat, though. Litecoin, LCX. You ready for the trip? What trip? You going on a trip? What's up, Roger? What's up, Rav? Chatting with a big well. Ask his micro coin bag. He replied 5 million bucks split, one in each cookie, PNG, ABT, GFI, XYO. Said looking for 15x minimum from today's prices. On his whole portfolio, he's going to get it. Cookie's a good one. Yeah, there's some good picks there. So PNG is probably going to 10x plus. Cookie's going to 10x plus, so he's going to get it. Don't forget a lot QE. Yeah. Well, from what Powell said and from what they say, it's supposed to happen November to December or some point in there. So we may just still sit and do nothing for another couple of weeks. We'll see, but it would be nice if we would start going up already. What's up, Isaac? What's up, Jesus? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by, Jesus. Don't work too hard. What's up, Isaac? Still putting your savings into shipping. It's pumping down and sideways. Yeah, it's because we're not bullish yet. When we go bullish, you guys are going to be shocked if you weren't here last time how fast it moves. Oh yeah, it's getting nicer here in Texas. It's not as hot as it's been, like ridiculously hot. All right, let me pull up LCX. Let me answer my phone real quick. I'll be right back. All right, looking at LCX. So LCX is down almost 10%. It's got a very good looking chart here. I don't know when we pulled this chart up, but it looks way different from our other chart. But a macro, very bullish chart in my opinion. It's making higher highs, higher lows, holding our trend. And what is this? All right, let me just move that out of the way. Yeah, why do we have so much? Why are there so many lines on this chart? Oh, the macro chart. All right, all right. All right, so from the ultimate low to the high, it's been bouncing along. It stayed above the 382 or above the 236, not perfectly, but macro wise, as long as LCX is over 8, it's macro bullish. And it's got a very good, very nice looking chart curled up here. Monthly stock RSI starting to wake up. So the question is, where is LCX going to run to? What are we at, 11 cents? So LCX to the moon. So 130 would be your new high. I think it's very possible. So good 11.5x up to 130. So one to $2 is probably a good target for LCX here. And once it flips bullish and does a move like this, all it has to do is move up here. So I think a dollar is very likely. And I know a lot of people say LCX is a long-term hold. You know, buy it and hold it for the next 10 years, and it's going to go wherever it's going to go. It's going to $100 plus. There's no way I can do that because I don't know what's going to happen with the crypto market in the future, especially 10 years from now. Litecoin. Litecoin is another rollover list coin. It's on Coinbase, of course. It's an old coin. I don't remember what chart we're looking at for Litecoin, which I keep saying every time. Litecoin, I wonder whatever happened to OG Jerry, Litecoin boy. He hasn't been here in a while. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, Litecoin is curling up here. So our Litecoin target is what? What are we at? $96. Very bullish pattern we're trading in here. So it's getting to that point to where it's got to break either down and go to the bear market, or it's going to break out. So if we have a decent alt season, then we should get Litecoin up in this area around $1,000, 1,300. So low end, I would say if you get a $500 Litecoin and get a 5x, that's perfect. So anywhere from 500 to anywhere in between to 1,000, I would say. But if it gets to 500, I would imagine most people are going to sell. Get their little 5x and get out. Let me make sure we're still live. All right, yeah, we should still be good. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss a super chat. I feel like I'm missing something here. Yeah, we did Toshi already, my man. Oh, yeah, well. Python well for the new member. Pyth for joy. Yeah, before we know it, we're all going to be looking back on this because you guys know how fast time goes. We'll be looking back on what happened, and hopefully we'll be out of the shadow realm and be excited. Just got to let the time pass and hold tight. Yeah, this thing had the scam wick crash down, of course, back above the 236. So bottom is probably in on Pyth. If not, then it's never going up. So it needs to get over 16 to be bullish, break out over 34. I don't know what Pyth is, so. But if it goes to a new high, possible the 1272 at 278 pretty much as a 23x from here. But it is not bullish yet. It's lower lows and lower highs. RSI is still going to zero. So it needs to stay over 10 and break over 16 to be bullish again. Damn. What was the other coin? Yeah, we'll look at Pingu. We did Toshi. Toshi's not moving, but it's extremely bullish looking chart in my opinion. I think we're about to start moving up. What's up, D Nice? What's up, Nick? All right, let's do Pingu really quick. Pingu and shipping. We'll look at shipping real quick. Shipping to the moon. So what is this one doing? It's still going sideways. Yeah, Sping and AVT look very similar on their charts. There's nothing bullish on it yet. It's making a lower low again. So yeah, it's going down and sideways. There's nothing bullish on it at the moment, but it's just getting accumulated. Yeah, and I think we said this before. This one tends to run very fast and very hard when it does run. So Sping, hopefully you get your money back and hopefully you make it out on top. But breaking the previous high at the 618 at about 2 pennies would take you up to 4. So if you're looking for just a decent move to get your money back, from here today, an 11x up to 4. And if it's going to go to the moon in one shot, wow, it's almost an 80x to 30 cents. Can you imagine? I hope it does. Take your profit at 4 and then hold a moon bag to see if it can hit that price. But yeah, this one, you just got to be careful on this one because this one does have a lot of scam wicks all over the place. Clearly, low to the high, but I am very bullish on it. It tagged the final support. It's out in the middle of nowhere at the moment. So it needs to get back over 2045 to put the bottom in and have that reversal back to the upside and then bullish over 8. So another coin that, I mean, it could still come back down here, but it looks like this area should be the bottom. What's the other one? Pingu. Yeah, I think if you have Pingu, Toshi, I can't remember the other ones, but if you have Pingu and Toshi in your portfolio, I mean, you should get some good returns off of those. Yeah, Pingu had a nice crash too. Jeez. So I don't even know the word for it, but the fact that they can do that to the market is ridiculous. Just flush everyone out. I'll always remember it. I finally got back in the market and they just took my money away instantly. As soon as I got back in, they were like, TCU's back in the market. Let's liquidate everyone. He can't leave the shadow realm ever. He's stuck. So right now, high to the low, you're back holding over the 618, so 2.3 is your support right now. And ignoring the wick, like I keep saying, we're still holding higher lows, bullish looking chart. You just got to ignore that scam wick down. Or should we call it the manipulation nip? The manipulation candle wick, whatever you want to call it. 2, I don't remember the market cap on Pingu, but if Pingu can come up here and hit just over $1, it's a 60x almost. First order of business, new high would be about 15.5, 16 cents, and probably very likely going to hit that. It'll probably go to 50 cents plus. So you're looking at a 6.5, almost a 7x, and then this 44-cent range up to 50 cents is where you get your 20x. I do think Pingu can 20x. PNG is at 8 cents. What do you mean? Well, I may be thinking about Arc Block. It's been a while since we looked at PNG, I believe. Really haven't looked at it lately. Oh, it is 8.5 cent PNG. Everyone pile in before she goes to the moon. Yeah, it's still in recovery mode here. It came all the way back down. Wow, all the way back down to 4. So of course it needs to get back over 11 to be bullish again. Yeah, and it's holding this macro area, so it's probably the bottom for PNG. So if you were lucky enough to catch the dip, if your exchange would let you, I know Coinbase acted up that day. No one could do anything. But you can clearly see the macro area of support and resistance. It's back in it, probably back above it soon. And then, of course, once PNG breaks back over and breaks this downtrend here. What are we on? Weekly? Let's just go to the monthly and make it easy. But everything's reset. We just need it to break the downtrend and go. Now, is it going to go all the way up to $5 to $6? Maybe not. I'm not sure. I know Pingu had, or not, PNG rather, does have all the coins in circulation. It's just tough to say where these coins are going to go. That's a 70x to make a higher high. So what we're going to do is see if there's another level in between 1 and that $5 range. So if we go from the high to the low, we're just about trying to get back over the 236. So back over 8.8, bottom in, bullish over 11 up to 13, breakout. Yeah, once this thing's over about 18 to 19 cents, then you know it's going to start moving up. It'll finally break the downtrend and it can start going, getting over that 0.5 there. Like I said, high to the low, breakout over the 618 at 26. So we're at 8 pennies. So I don't know what the market cap's going to be if it can hit $1 or $2. So we do have a 20x up to $1.67, 68, and then 250 for almost a 30x. I mean, it depends. So you may be looking at this $1.30 to $1.60 range in between here, anywhere from like a 15 to a 20x or so. Because you do got to realize it already did this move, came back down, all the way back down to where it needed to come, and one more decent pump to the upside. So it's not bullish at the moment. What's up, Flawless? What's up, Max? What do you think about the chart of Fetch? You're holding KeyCat. I'm cooked. Can you take a look? KeyCat. All right, let's do KeyCat. What's up, Joey? Hope Turbo can 80x. We'll look at Turbo, I guess. I don't remember if we looked at it or not. But yeah, I agree. I hope there's enough of an alt season because there's so many coins now. I hope there's enough money so you guys get your money back. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. It's going to just come out of nowhere. KeyCat. What was the other one? I mean, we really haven't moved. Besides that large move down, we really haven't done anything for months. We've been just slowly going down and sideways on some coins. Most coins just going sideways doing nothing. But, and I don't know if there's people still looking for another crash. We just had a big ass crash and people are screaming and crying for one more big crash. We need one more crash before we can go up. Oh man, KeyCat's all the way back down here. Wow. What are we on? That's the weekly charts. Damn it. Why is KeyCat breaking down like this? I've never really looked into KeyCat. But once it broke that trend and broke that 0.5, it was over. So it's on the final area of support. Let's see if it's double fib. Not quite, but it's in the same general area. about 2, 0, 0, 2. So it really needs to hold 2 here. It's going to die. It's going to fall off the table. This has to be the bottom for this thing. So if you're still holding and you want your money back, I mean, this is it. If it breaks down from here, then it's cooked. Yeah, like you said, this has to be the bottom on this thing. So we'll say a prayer for KeyCat. Stay alive, KeyCat. Don't die. Don't come back to the Shadow Realm. KeyCat is at... Yeah, so a new high on this one would be 2 cents for an 11x on KeyCat. I don't know where it's going to end up. So if that is the bottom, just make sure you do your research on it. Check out the coins, the market cap. If it can hit 5 cents, if you think it can hit 5, if you go look and people are saying 5 cents on KeyCat, that would be a 25.5x for KeyCat. All right, let me look at FET. FET and Turbo. But DZ, if you're still here to answer your question, I'm thinking about putting I'm trying to save up to where I have $1,000. But the question is though, where am I gonna put the $1,000? I'm thinking if Toshi doesn't move, Toshi has a very bullish chart, so Toshi could be where I put my money. So get ready for Toshi to crash. Oh man, they killed Super Intelligence Alliance. I guess they're not that intelligent. So yeah, you're trying to hold over the 786 right now. It's clearly just doing what everything else is doing on the macro picture of things. Just, whatever the narrative was to crash it down, it had to come back down to the trend, hit the 786, come back down, hit the bottom of the channel so it can go up. So this is what I keep saying on a lot of these coins. There's no room to go down anymore because these are monthly candles. So you got to look at the big picture of things. Yeah, it came about all the way back down so everyone can scream bearish. And we're holding right on the 618, low to the high. So 618, 786 is your support at about 22 up to 26. And it just hit the bottom of the channel, like I said, so it needs to go up. It needs to get back over 70 to be bullish again. And then if you're just looking for a move, back to the top would take you up to the 1618. And let's see from where you are now, how it crashed down, not bad. About 770 would give you a 30x on FET, just to get to the, back to the top of the channel before the bear market kicks in. So yeah, FET doesn't look bad here for time to go up. Up and away, as he said. There's no time to go down anymore. If it's going to be another crash, it's going to be another crash. It's not like the prices are going to just bleed out and go down. Oh, we got a spammer in the chat, Silver. Where you at, my man? Now I'm getting lost. But yeah, FET's like Turbo. These coins are on the bottom and there's nowhere to go but up. If they crash down anymore, then it's over. Then everyone's right. There's no alt season and it's a bear market already. Let me do Turbo and then Velo. 3310. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in like 10, 15 minutes or so to get ready to pick up boys from school. There's a chance I may stream again tonight. So I don't know, Malice, if you're still here. Are you streaming today, my man? If so, let me know what time because I don't want to stream the same time you are. Turbo to the moon. What was the other coin? I don't remember. I said it like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, I was playing around with the turbo chart earlier, just kind of looking with our channel here. It's still holding. It wicked down because we all know what happened. But still, you can see the channel's holding. It's back above. It's above the 618. It had a wick down, hit the 0.5, but ultimately it's at the bottom of the channel. So, they tried to kill the coins, but they're right back to where they needed to be. And like I keep saying, if you were lucky enough to buy the dip, that's good. But yeah, just looking at Turbo from a chart perspective here, you would say that it has to go back to the top of the channel again. It hit the middle, hit the top, came back down, and it's doing exactly what it needs to do. So Turbo, I think I think Turbo is good for 15 cents or so. The 1414 is at 13, but it'll probably wick a little bit above it. It could even go higher than that. But yeah, Turbo. What is the market cap on Turbo? I think it's very low, ain't it? Yeah, Turbo's market cap is lower than Toshi's. So Turbo could 50x up to 13 to 15 cents from where it is right now. Oh, what is that noise? Damn. Maybe I should just buy Turbo. A 50x on $1,000. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. What's up, Susie Injective? Yeah, you may not get an 80x out of Turbo. You might, but I think definitely a 50x. I know there's people out there that are going to cry and say there's no way Turbo's going to 50x, but that's not what I see. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. What's up, dude? He said put 1K on a lotto ticket. You talking about a gamble deck screener coin? Every time I bought a Solana coin, it goes to 0. What's up, Ari? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm not leverage trading anymore. There's no way I'm leverage trading anymore. That's only spot. I looked up Toshi on some other YouTube channels, and there's a few that say Toshi can 100x plus. So if I could get $1,000 100x on Toshi, I would be okay. Oh man, we're back. We got Patrick in the house. What's up, my man? Been wondering where you've been. We got Patrick back. We're going. We're about to be bullish. Patrick's back. Hope you've been doing well, my man. You still holding render? No, we didn't look at Zebek yet. We didn't look at it yet. But there's media spamming gold about to crash, gold about to crash. And that's another bullish sign when the spammers come back into the chat. The bots are waking up. Oh, you said 1K to 650 million mega million? Nah. You know what the odds are? Even putting buying 1,000 tickets for the Mega Millions would be. That's just like throwing $1,000 away. Oh man. What am I looking at? Yeah, that's it. When people were screaming bear market, it's just gonna go. All right, I'm gonna do CTX pump 90% and then tanked right after. Did it? Yeah, CTX is in that category of gamble plays, in my opinion, especially on Coinbase, CTX. What's the other one? SUKU. I can't remember the other ones. The low market cap coins that just no one cares about on Coinbase. They may run, but we'll look at CTX, I guess, if we have time. Let me do the Zebek network real quick. We're getting off what we need to do. All right, you cashed out in December and you're waiting to pounce. That's about time, my man. We had that final crash. I don't. If we have another crash, we do, but I don't think we are. If we do, that's gonna suck. But I'm seeing the bottom end on everything right now. So that's why I'm willing to put and risk $1,000 on something. That's all I can afford right now. But I got to do something, or I'm gonna miss out because I'm seeing bottom signals everywhere. All right, let me do the Zebek network real quick because it's already 3:15. I'm running out of time here. ZBCN. Yeah, it's macro bullish still. It's not doing anything. It's just going back and forth for the last month. But it's just large move we had, and it's just been consolidating in this continuation pattern here. That's really all it's doing. Holding over the previous high. So it doesn't look bad. I still can't believe that day. Was it right here? Or it was right here. It was right after we broke the 236, I believe. And it reminded me of XCN. When XCN did that, it went to the moon. And then ZBEC did the same thing. But instead of buying this here, I bought Beam, you guys know. Then Beam just went down and sideways. And I missed this move. I could have got back in good if I would have just bought ZBEC like you guys were telling me. Jesus. But yeah, it's holding up nicely. It needs to break over 205 for a breakout to the upside. Then you'll know it's moving up. And then our target still, even though we're back down, I think 10 cents is where Zebek network is going to go. So that is now at 28.5x from here. Zebek network is going to fly out of here. What was the other one? CTX. All right, CTX really quick. What was that other coin? Was it Vara Network? I don't remember. CTX, SUKU, maybe it was Vara. A lot of the Coinbase coins that kind of built the channel that we used to cover all the time. Yeah, this did the same thing that Dog and Me did. Had a little pump and then it's right back down again. It's because we're bearish. We're not bullish yet. Yeah, so CTX, it needs to get back over $1.25. Or it's going way down. But this is like I keep saying, we're seeing this all over the place. Stuff is breaking. People are bearish, screaming, crying bear market. Get out now while you can. No alt season. But we're putting in that final bottom, final springboard, in my opinion. I mean, if we're going to not go up for a while and it is different, then we still could come back down to the lows on some of these coins. So it's what it is. It's a gamble. I mean, any coin you buy is anything you put money in, it's going to be a gamble because you know what they did to the market. They could do it again, I guess, and we could all drop 40%. Liquidate more people. People would sell and get out, and then we go. So we're looking and we're seeing it, and we're seeing what happens here. But like this one here, it's screaming bottom is in. It can't go lower. I mean, it can go lower, but then that's going to mean that we're not going up for another couple of months, which would suck. Can you imagine if some of these coins, they do break these and we just go down here and then it's just super bearish and then we finally go up. And then it's going to be a little crappy bull run. Little 5 and 10Xs all over the place and then it's over. What did you say? Cookie. Let's do cookie real quick. What's up, Remy? Yeah, we're gonna do like one or two more coins and that's it because I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, cookie's gonna be a good play. Yeah, cookie doesn't look bad here. I mean, it looks. It. I mean, it's going sideways. I mean, that scam wick. If you caught that, then congratulations. I don't even know if I should use that. Oh, what are we on? The Binance chart. Wait, this is comp. How did I get on comp? Comp doesn't look bad. We may have to go look at compound. Yeah, just whatever coin you're in, just have a good target in mind of where you're going to take profit at. Maybe a couple of targets, which we try to do here, and then just stick to your plan. Because as bearish as we are right now, they're going to be screaming to the moon, like to the moon, to Mars when we're going up and everyone's making money, and then no one's going to get out. So just be aware of that. But yeah, Cookie Dow's looking good. It looks just like, what did we look at? Fetch, Turbo, everything. Everything's down here on the bottom. Wick down, we got bought back up, but ultimately we're right where we need to be before alt season starts. That's the way I see it. One final flush out, we're back up, and it's time to go to the moon. But yeah, Cookie Dow, just to get back to the top from where you are right now, would take you up to that 1272. Add $2. What is that? I guess that would give us a 1.2 to 1.8 billion market cap on Cookie. So yeah, I think $2 is a good fair target for Cookie. So this yellow box we drew, anywhere from 2 to 3. $2 to $3 on Cookie. I'm gonna have to move this box because I can't grab my arrow now. Okay. Okay. But yeah, Cookie to the back to the top of the channel. So at least you should get a $2 cookie at a 23x and then possibly a 34, 35x up to 3. And like I keep saying, if we have a big bull run and these things actually, I mean, it seems like we need to already start pumping. I don't know why we're not. So we need like a bullish November to just get a giant monthly candle spawned in already, so we can get up to these higher targets, and then we can have that final blow off top in December, early December, if it's going to be that way, wherever it's going to be, and then it's over. But yeah, I think $2 to $3 on Cookie. Okay, yeah, you asked for injective earlier. I forgot. Injective. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to end it on this one. Maybe I'll look at that meme 5 coin, but what is this coin doing? Let's see. So already on the monthly candle chart for injective. It's technically still holding up. We're just gonna kind of push the narrative and pull these around and down, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it depends on where you want to draw it at. We're back above the 618 at 7.5. So let's say here you had one little breakdown, but then you got right back up. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. It's holding back over the 618. It's holding back over inside the wedge channel, whatever you want to call your pattern here, more like a wedge. So injective here got bought right back up after the crash. So it looks like this one, $92 is on the radar for a 7. Oh, hell, hold on. All right, so a 10.5x up to 90. So the next target, so anywhere from 90 to 170 to $200. So anywhere from 10 to 20x is possible, going by this macro chart here on injective. But yeah, it's another coin that's time to go up. All right, I don't know what meme fi is, but I don't know if we looked at it before. But this is going to be it with MemeFi. I do appreciate you guys coming in. Like I said, I may stream later on tonight. We will see. Whatever this is going to zero. Nah, I mean it broke the trend, but it's got to be the bottom. Also, you can clearly see. You can clearly see with your own eyes the bottom. I don't know what this is. Hold on. So any lower than 0.001, then it's definitely going to fall off the table back to the low. So it has to be the bottom on this coin as well. But we'll see what happens. So if we drop, we drop. But you can clearly see what I'm talking about here. The support, resistance, support, support. So one is it. If that's the bottom, you're putting in a higher low. RSI is resetting at the bottom. So it's not doing anything. It's not bullish. It's not really anything. It's sitting on the bottom. So if this meme 5 coin is going to actually wake up and do something, it has to get back over 1.3, bullish over 2. But any lower than it is now, then it's going to fall off the table, like I said. Yeah, 40% drop. So yet again, we have a 40% drop lingering on a lot of coins. So they could still rug us 40% and we could still go back up. But this one, new high, would take you up 786 from these highs, of course, to 208 would be an 8x. So maybe 0.009 is a good target. I don't know what this coin is. And then if you're bullish on it for a moonshot, possibly up to 4.5, 5 cents for a 46 to a 50x. But like I said, that should be the bottom on it. Gonna start December, go to early February. Oh man. Just gonna start late December. So we got another 2 months of bearishness. So we may get a 40% drop on everything. Oh, that's gonna be bad. I think we need to go up already. And I hope we do, because I've been saying for 2+ years now, November, early December is the top. So we need to start moving already. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in. Let me end the poll here. 47 votes, not bad. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I appreciate the super chats that come in. I appreciate the members. And oh wow. So 60% of you guys are worried that we're not going to have an alt season. That's not good. That's bearish. That's a bottom signal. Hopefully you guys are ready. All right, with that being said, appreciate you guys. None of this is financial advice, and I will see you in the next one.